it's July 11th. I just wanted to document really quick. I'm definitely titrating out of the line of work that I'm doing. Having more and more clients that I'm seeing like every other week, and or we're ending, and or they're not responding, which means they have a lot going on. And I'm like, oh snap, like my caseload is just naturally like getting shorter and shorter, and I'm not making plans right now to increase it, not yet anyways, until I officially catch up. Yeah, I'm just not. But I had a dream. Been having a couple dreams. I just haven't been recording them, only because I haven't sat with it long enough. The one last night was interesting. So I got a little nostalgic yesterday. It was a wonderful day. It's just a wonderful day. I ended up going to the beach, like actually to the beach. Like I hadn't done that since I moved here. So I was so grateful that I did. It felt so good. And it was wonderful. I mean, the fog was so thick, but it was just wonderful. I mean, the moisture was that much that I just sitting outside, my hair looked wet. Like it got curly because I had straightened it. And I was just like, oh snap, I noticed that my hair was really wavy and curly. So much so that like my bangs started like dripping. I was like, I'm not even sweating. But it was just the moisture. But it felt so good. And just the whole day yesterday was just lovely. The drive, and it was one of those moments where I was just like, I live here. Like I totally live here. This is only like 20 minutes away. I live here. It was just wonderful. And it was just wonderful. I went to the beach, did some work there, got some yogurt, found this yogurt place in Mateo County, something like that. Yeah, like just continuing to explore my surroundings and loving it, completely loving it. And just realizing, right, I need to stay balanced. I just need to stay balanced. Continuing to get guidance through my meditation by paying attention to my vibration, and I'm rolling with it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. I'm gonna ask questions as to how I'm gonna allow my day to unfold, especially when I have like certain tasks that are pending. Like I'll ask, do I do this first? And I structure my day that way. So like today, I had to move my car, and I was like, oh, I want to go to Land's End Trail. I want to go to Land's End Trail, which is what I usually do Monday mornings. But then remembering, oh, I need to go to Costco. Oh, I need to do all these other things. So then I asked, I'm like, can I go to Land's End Trail? It's like, no. So it's things I already know, but it's nice to have that confirmation with my vibration. And the cool thing is, one of my worries was about parking, and it wasn't so much of a worry because I'm like, okay, if you're letting me know that this is what I need to do, I'm going to have that expectation that you're going to make it easy for me, right? You're going to make it easy for me to find parking, like, because I'm listening, right? So, about parking, I don't have to move it till Wednesday. So it's been nice. It's been nice. So yeah. So when I got home, I was a little tired. So I started watching This Is Us. I hadn't watched it. I got nostalgic. I called my sister. And I hadn't had TV for a while. And that was one of the other shows that I had, only really watched. And I guess I heard it ended, so I was like, oh, let me try to catch up. No, not a good idea. Got emotional. I was like, oh my gosh, like, and it just so happened that those particular episodes were about like divorce and, realizing like the separation of it all, and maybe, it's not for you, but then you'll come back. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, like, and I got emotional, but not too emotional, like just enough to where I was like, oh yeah, that used to bother me a lot, right? And not so much anymore, but still enough. And struggling, I think struggling with this concept of like this course, the next course that I'm being guided to complete, separation and loss. And I'm like, how do I do a course like that when initially I was like, I haven't experienced it. Well, no, you have, to a certain degree, right? Certain whiff of it. And so anyways, I got nostalgic thinking about my ex. And so the dream that I had, I mean, the little bit that I remember, because I didn't really make the intention to remember everything, but the part that stood out was that he and I were on the couch, and that I leaned over and I kissed him. And I was shocked that I did, and he was shocked. Like, he was like kind of frozen. And I remember thinking, what did I just do? And I remember apologizing and realizing like, oh, it was just out of comfort. It was just out of costumbre, habit. It's just, yeah, a mixture of comfort and habit. Costumbre, just, yeah, habit. And realizing like I need to get out of this situation. Was it my response? Like, after I realized what did I do, I could sense his discomfort with me doing that, and me realizing, oh wow, it's because this is what I used to do, and getting my stuff together. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. Was the feeling. So anyway, so it's Monday. One of the things that I needed to do was call the attorney. So I don't know why in my head I thought I was gonna like officially hire them, but then I was like, no, let me make sure, because it's been a couple months and I hadn't really done like an actual consultation. I just kind of got information from the person who picked up the phone. So I scheduled a free consultation with the actual attorney this time. This is the place that was more reasonable in terms of pricing, muscle minerals, right? Like, hoping. And I just want to get a concrete quote. So they scheduled me for the 19th, July 19th. It just so happens I was working on some of the other videos because I realized, oh snap, I only have 3 more videos set to record. So I got the other ones ready. The one that's posting July 19th, chapter 50, episode 10, nurturing the little bit that I remember. That dream, there was this feeling of my ex and an attorney, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm listening to it today. Like, I'm doing a little write-up for it so I could post, so I could schedule it. So it's already scheduled to post. But I was laughing because I was like, that's the date that I'm scheduled to talk to the attorney to, so I just thought that was so weird. And the realization in that particular dream, or was it the dream before, I think it was the dream before that, no, it was that one where I was struggling with the idea of separation and loss. Like, so a few dreams before that is actually titled Nurturing the Illusion of Separation and Loss. And that one's interesting too, because that one, I'm talking about having a dual role in the school district where I am a student, but also not, like that whole theme, right? The duality of being a student, but also a teacher, right? An administrator, but also learning. And it's just funny because, that's what I'm preparing for in the fall, this fall. I don't think I knew it then. I because I hadn't started class. I didn't know exactly what was going to unfold. But then the other parts, I didn't remember that dream that I went from the expansion, right, of starting to work in the schools, but then working in the community and getting calls from my old directors and program managers of all the different places that I worked at before, and them seeking my guidance, right? And so just kind of seeing that and wondering if that's, again, more future oriented. I was sharing that with someone last week, that a lot of my dreams, just a summary, right? I'm like, I've had a lot of dreams where I'm helping people, and they're like, well, duh, you're in the helping profession. I'm like, yeah, but one, I never had these dreams before. I never had helping dreams when I, in the 14 years that I've been doing clinical work, right? These dreams were only this year. And so then it's, and in the dreams, it always felt more expansive. It like, rows and rows of people and the orchard, right? With apple trees everywhere, and that each apple tree was a family, and that I was the link to all of them, and people, that was another one, that people were coming to me and asking, is she home, right? So it sounds like it's gonna get busier, maybe, in the future. I don't know. So anyways, it's just interesting to listen to these dreams again, because I had forgotten about them. Some of them anyways, right? And just wondering, like, is that, it's like this internal knowing that it will be more expensive, right? And again, just the realization that I need to trust myself, right? So anyways, I just wanted to record that awareness that my appointment with the attorney is scheduled for the 19th. And that's the video that happens to post that date. That was the first whiff of that dream, was the feeling of my ex with an attorney. So, just little bits and pieces I'm still putting together. Was that it? Yeah, just the continued, I mean, yeah, I guess that's it for now. Okay. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at, inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, you know, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.